So hello everyone, so today I'll be testing my SSD, M.2 SSD, which is right here, as you can see. It's in an enclosed M.2 SSD USB 3.0 adapter. It's connected to my Raspberry Pi in the back with that cable. So I'll be testing that today, basically, seeing what kind of performance I get out of Raspberry Pi 4 using a Raspbian Operating System. So let's first start the terminal. It's right there. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So if you haven't already installed hdparm, you could just do that. I'm just going to copy and paste it because I'm using my camera phone. So this is what you type in first. Leave all that in the video description. So sudo apt-get update. Next thing you do is you get this. I'm going to paste that in there. So I already installed it, so it's not gonna take very long at all. And that's in, so I'm gonna restart the terminal again. And the first thing you have to type in is, I guess I could type that in with one hand. It's sudo blkid. Right there. Enter, and this will show the drives that are on my computer. So the drives that I have on this computer are my it's a Seagate 160 gigabyte hard disk drive connected to a USB adapter, USB SATA to USB 3.0 adapter, which is right here, this thing. It's a Sabrent SATA to USB 3.0 adapter, so that's connected. So these are the drives that are on my computer. And the hard drive is dev SDB1 and dev SDB2, so right here basically. And the one on the top is my SSD, and that's a new volume basically. I'm going to open that up. This is basically my SSD. So I'm going to close that. So the next thing you got to type in is so that one, I'm going to paste that in there. The device name is dev dash backslash SDA1. Enter. So this is now going to be testing my SSD. For some reason, for small files, it takes forever. But for large files, it doesn't take a long time. But for some reason, this test is kind of like random. It tests like small files and big files, and you don't know. I'm going to show you another type of test you can run. That's 590.27 kilobytes per second. That's less than a megabyte actually. Let me try that again. Press up. Run the second test. So that's for an 18 megabyte file. And that takes forever. Okay, that's still less than that's a 22 megabyte file, and it took 31.14 seconds, 723.43 kilobytes per second. That's crappy. For some reason, for small files, it takes, like I said, a long time. See, it's random in the type of files that it's testing. Okay, that's 589, so I'm going to forget about that type of test. And we're going to do this one instead, which is more consistent, I would say. But you could set the parameters. So this is, I'm testing out for a 1 gigabyte file. I'm going to select the device, so it's a SDA1. Now I'm going to test that. Enter. So now I'll be getting more or less the true speed of the SSD drive. So we tested a 1056 megabyte file. Took 3 seconds at 351.52 megabytes per second. And I'm going to test it again. It's 51.96 megabytes again. Okay, 344.72 megabytes per second. That seems more or less like the real speed of this SSD. For some reason, for small files, it's not very consistent. So you could set the parameters with this command line that I put in right here, which is good. So now I'll be testing out my regular hard drive. So I'll be using this. I'm using one hand, so I can only do that. So let's let me go back and see what that is. So it's SDB1. Okay, that's the hard drive. So it's dev. I forgot dev. // I think. Okay, enter. Now I'll be testing out my hard drive. Regular hard drive. So tested a 256 megabyte file and finished it in 2.1 seconds, and it's 122 megabytes per second. .256 megabytes at 117.09 megabytes per second. Up again, test it again. Okay, 256 megabytes, 2.03 seconds at 126.21. So now I'll be testing the 1 terabyte. Paste. That was for SDA1, I think, yeah. No, it's SDB1, okay. So I'll be testing 1 terabyte file for my regular mechanical hard drive. Something is wrong here. And go back. SDB1, okay. try STB2 then. Okay, good. So it's testing 380 megabytes in. Okay, great. This time I'll set it to 2 and see what I get. Okay, I'm getting anywhere from 111 megabytes to 126 megabytes for the hard drive, mechanical hard drive. And I was getting about 344 megabytes per second to 351 megabytes per second for the SSD. So the SSD is faster, but for some reason, for small files, it was pretty crappy. So that's what it is. It's just basically what it is. And if you haven't updated your Raspbian Operating System, I updated it to the latest one. So there's something called a SD Card Copier. You can use this to copy your operating system, which is on. This is the current operating system. I could copy this. So this is my hard drive, and I could copy it to my Western Digital if I want to, but I don't want to because I'm using this SSD for like transferring data, and I'm just testing this out. So basically that's, you could do that, and you could boot from that that SSD if you want. So I have a link for this also if you want to see it. I'll put this in the video descriptions if you're interested in creating your own. But anyways, that's it. This concludes the test. Thanks for watching by Ace 1000KS 1975 signing out.